Hi Paula, I'm Rachel Pricer and I'm a junior at the University of Minnesota, so I'm here for the summer cooking in my mom's kitchen. I love to bake things, so the dessert was the perfect thing for me to enter something in. Last Christmas I actually baked 300 or 400 cookies to give out to people. But today I'm making a chocolate raspberry cake. I came up with the recipe on my boyfriend's birthday because he loves chocolate raspberry cheesecake. So the chocolate cake recipe came from my grandmother, so it's been in my family for a while. And the raspberries was combined with Philadelphia cream cheese to give kind of the cheesecake taste. I'm a chemistry major, so I wrote out my recipe in chemistry procedure form, and I mixed all my dry ingredients, and those include 1 1/3 cup of sugar, half a cup of cocoa, half a teaspoon of salt, 1 teaspoon of baking soda, and 2 cups of flour. So now I'm going to add my wet ingredients, which consist of 1 egg and 2/3 cups of oil, which I'm going to mix in with the beater. And then I will gradually add coffee and 1 cup of coffee and 1 cup of buttermilk gradually as I use the beater for about 2 minutes on medium speed. Oops. Okay. Okay, so now that I've mixed the batter, I'm just pouring it into these pans which I've pre-greased and floured, and I'm going to put them in the oven, which I've preheated to 350 degrees for 25 to 30 minutes. Don't worry if the batter is a little runny too, it's part of the coffee in the recipe. Alright, while the cake is baking, I'm going to make the cream cheese filling. So I have 8 ounces of Philadelphia cream cheese that I've let sit out for a little bit so it's soft. I have 1/4 cup of powdered sugar and the 12 ounces of raspberry filling. It's for pastries. And I put that in a bowl and my powdered sugar. So I'm going to add both of these to the cream cheese and then mix with the beater. Another half a can of the raspberry filling and a dash of vanilla along with 1/4 cup of powdered sugar. This will be on the top of the cake, whereas the filling will be in between the 2 cake layers. Okay, now I have 6 ounces of semi-sweet chocolate morsels, which I am going to melt in the microwave and to make chocolate ganache for kind of an elegant topping. Right now we have the cake baking, and we have the raspberry cream cheese filling and the raspberry whipped cream topping. And to the melted chocolate, I will add 1/4 cup of heavy whipping cream. So I will wait for the chocolate and Okay. Now I'll mix this with the cream. Okay, so we have all the ingredients we need to finish the cake: the chocolate ganache, filling, frosting, and fresh raspberries. So to save time, I took the cakes out of the oven and have them ready here. So what I'm going to do to start is I'm going to use a pretty generous amount of this filling to go in between the layers of cake. So I'm going to spread that on the cake here. Okay, so I added the cream cheese filling in between and added the second layer of cake. So now I'm also going to start frosting the sides with the cream cheese filling. Okay, so now I've finished frosting the sides and I'm going to add my raspberry whipped cream to the top. Okay, now that we've got the whipped cream topping on, this is the fun part, we get to decorate. So I'm going to cover the entire top of the cake with raspberries, fresh raspberries. And after this is done, I'm also going to drizzle the chocolate ganache, and it's using the heavy whipping cream that's drizzly enough where we can kind of whap it onto the cake. Okay, I've finished putting the raspberries on, so now the last step is just to drizzle the chocolate ganache. So I'm going to drizzle that across the top of the cake. For the finishing touches. Okay, and this is my final product, the chocolate raspberry cake.